Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the final game of Saturday here in the Firecracker Classic. We'll have Stevens Point hosting Beaver Dam here on Zaleski Sports. My name is Cale Jacoby. Glad to be here. Been here with you. It's been the last 5 games, 3 games yesterday. It'll be 3 games today. We're through 2. We saw Wausau get 2 wins today as they took down Beaver Dam earlier today and then just got a win against Middleton. Stevens Point comes into this one as, before I get ahead of myself, this is your Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. This is your Auto Select pregame show. They're going through starting lineups here. We'll do that in just a moment. But first, again, Stevens Point, they are undefeated so far in this tournament. They are 2-0 in tournament play. They won both their games yesterday. They beat Middleton 3-2 in their first game yesterday and then took down Oshkosh 6-3 last night. Both those games were live for you here on Zaleski Sports. For Beaver and Stevens Point, they come in at 7-8 overall on the season. For Beaver Dam, they are coming off a loss earlier today to Wausau. They lost that one 10-0 in 7 complete innings. But Beaver Dam, they're 7-4 overall on this season. And yesterday we spoke with Kyle Madalena, Highlight House Player of the Game from Game 1. That was kind of a walk-off error Stevens Point got the win on in their first game yesterday. And we are going to go through your starting lineups, but first we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from our friends over at Auto Select, and we will be back with your starting lineups right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Auto Select, we have one goal: to be your choice for repair, service, and tires.
We know how important your vehicle is to you. That's why we put your needs first. Our employees are not just well trained to fix your vehicle, they're skilled in providing the very best in customer service and exceeding expectations. Get the trusted service you deserve, as well as free loaner vehicles, 3% Auto Select rewards, and a nationwide warranty at our 11 convenient locations.
At Auto Select, you're good to go.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Mid-State Technical College. You belong here. Start your classes and get your degree right here, or transfer to your 4-year.
Mid-State Technical College. You belong here. In person at 4 convenient campuses, online or a hybrid.
Mid-State Technical College. You belong here for your Career Accelerator Certificate, a quick way to get ahead in your career.
Mid-State Technical College. You belong here. Register to start this spring.
Get started at mstc.edu.
Mid-State Technical College. You belong here.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we are just done with the national anthem, just about set to get started here. As this is your Auto Select pregame show. Time for your starting lineups for the visiting Beaver Dam Post 146. They come in at 7-4, coached by TJ Julka. Leading off will be the center fielder, Jeff Freund. Batting second, the pitcher, Boston Damon. Batting third, the shortstop, Kyler Keel. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Caleb Schmuel. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Jarek Westover. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Jake Julka. Out of the 7th spot, it's the third baseman, Braden Strakoda. Batting eighth, the catcher, Landon Semrau. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Aiden Root. Again, they come in at 7-4 on the season, does Beaver Dam. Coached by TJ Julka, Post 146, Beaver Dam. And for the Stevens Point Sixers, of course, a Post 6. They come in at 7-8, coached by Bobby Opiola. Leading off for them tonight is the shortstop, Jacob Garth. Batting second, a welcome sight for Stevens Point. Haven't seen him in the lineup yet this weekend, is the center fielder, Bennett Klish. Batting third, the catcher, Deacon Kobach. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Caden Adam. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Asher Jordan. Out of the sixth spot, it's the designated hitter, Kyle Madalena. Out of the seventh spot, left fielder, Peyton Fleece. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Zach Richter. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Tyler Giese. Starting on the mound for Stevens Point tonight is Josh Opiola. We're just about set to get underway as we have drawn to a close of our Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. Going to have our last warm-up pitch from Opiola here in just a moment. And there it is. Kobach makes the throw down to second, and we are set to go here in Stevens Point from Buchholz Park, live on Zaleski Sports Firecracker Classic Baseball. It's Stevens Point and it's Beaver Dam here in the final game of Saturday's action. Leading off and looking at a strike, the center fielder, Jeff Freund. Beaver Dam wearing their blue uniforms, red sleeves, white pants. That one going to be fouled at the plate. And the count now 0-2 to Freund. Stevens Point wearing their white uniforms, navy sleeves, navy numbers, red trim, and red names on the back. The 0-2, gonna miss, just high. Makes it 1-2 here to Jeff Freund. Here's the 1-2. That one gonna be grounded foul down the first base line. And here we've got some on-field sound for you here in this game. Got the on-field mic down there, try to pick up some of the bat sounds, maybe even hear a little bit of what's being said out there on the field as well. That one's just gonna miss and even up the count at 2-2. Two and two here to Jeff Freund. That one's going to be lined down the right field line, foul. Count remains 2-2 to Freund. And Stevens Point, 2-0 thus far in the Firecracker Classic tournament. That one just going to miss, and after 2 strikes to start off, Freund has battled his way back, and now the count runs full here to Jeff Freund. That one misses low and away, ball 4, and what an at-bat from Jeff Freund as he stares down an 0-2 count to start it off, fouls off a couple of pitches, and gets 4 balls thrown, and Freund is walked. He'll take first. Now with the runner at first and no outs, we move to the 2 spot in the order. It's the pitcher, Boston Damon. Damon looks at a strike. Here's the 0-1. Gonna miss. Low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Damon. That one, throw back to first, not going to be in time. Makes it 2-1, or excuse me, still 1-1 to Damon. No pitch thrown. That one fouled back into the fence. And it's now 1-2 to Damon. Opiola eyes it up. Here's the 1-2. That one grounded hard down the third base line, but foul. And the count remains 1-2 here to Damon. The 1-2 pitch grounded hard over to short. This is going to be a tough play, and no play will be made at first. That's an infield single for Boston Damon, and Beaver Dam's got it going to start things off. 2 runners on in their first 2 batters, and that was going to be a really, really tough play for the shortstop Jacob Garth to make. He's done a nice job at short this weekend, but that was going to be, even if he would have been able to stay upright, I don't know if that throw would have been in time anyways. It's an infield single for Boston Damon, and now to the 3 spot in the order. Runners at first and second, no outs. The shortstop, Kyler Keel. Keel takes time. Shows bunt, and going to miss outside. Pulls it back. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for strike 1. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Kyler Keel. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down, but fouls it off down the first base line, and now it's 1-2 to Kyler Keel. And this Stevens Point's first game of the day. Really, I think the longest break any team has had between games is what Stevens Point has had these last couple of days. They played last night at 8 p.m. and then play today at 8 p.m. Most teams get 2 games in a day at least. That one going to be fouled off down the right field line, out of play, and it remains 1-2 here to Keel. So again, he was showing bunt his first few at-bat, or his first few pitches. And now with the 2 strikes, he's going back to swinging. The 1-2 fouled off again as Keel stays alive. Beaver Dam not making it easy on Opiola right now. Fouling off everything. Of course, Damon had the single, but Jeff Freund to lead things off. You saw 0-2, fouled off a few, and then got 4 balls thrown for him. That one's going to miss outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 here to Keel. And here's the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Keel goes down swinging for out number 1. First strikeout of the night for Josh Opiola on the mound. And now with runners at first and second and 1 out, we move to the 4 spot in the order. It's the first baseman, Caleb Schmuel. Schmuel lines that one hard into right field. Will it stay fair? No. Just falls foul. And it's now 0-1 here to Caleb Schmuel. And runners at first and second, 1 down. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one lined right to first, and can they get the double? No. Good snag there at first base by Caden Adam. Adam makes the catch. Schmuel lines out to first for out number 2. Now runners at first and second and 2 outs. We move to the 5 spot in the order. It's the left fielder, Jarek Westover. And now coming in to run for Boston Damon, courtesy runner for the pitcher, is Carson Franke. So Franke comes in to run at first. And that one going to be grounded over to first, but foul. And makes it 0-1 here to Jarek Westover. The 0-1 misses outside, evens up the count at 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch going to be grounded to short, and they're going to do it. Oh, Roth just going to take it himself, or Garth just going to take it himself and take it for out number 3. So a ground out for Westover. He's 6'4". And that's going to do it for the top half of the first inning. No run score on 1 hit and 1 walk. Zeros on the board after 1 half inning. We'll step aside and be back with more American Legion baseball here from Buchholz Park after this on Zaleski Sports.
There may be many varieties of pizza in the world, and everybody knows there's only one Polito's. Polito's Pizza in downtown Stevens Point is the home of the Big Slice. Starting with their hand-stretched dough, add in the unique Polito's recipe sauce, top it with any of their specialty pizzas made from the best ingredients, and you've got that one-of-a-kind Polito's flavor. Get in on the taste, available by the slice or by the pie for dine-in or takeout. Treat the whole family to the best tasting pizza around and find it right here in downtown Stevens Point at Polito's Pizza.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the first inning, tied up at zeros. It'll be the Sixers up to bat for the first time in this one. Community Insurance is your independent agency able to shop and compare the best insurance options on your behalf to find the best combination of cost and coverage. If you're looking for a better insurance experience, you'll love doing business with Community Insurance. And Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. For Stevens Point, it will be Jacob Garth, Bennett Klisch, and Deacon Kobach up to bat.
Leading off for the Sixers, shortstop, number 19, Jacob Garth.
So shortstop Garth will lead things off for the Sixers in this one. And starting on the mound for Beaver Dam is Boston Damon. So Damon with a pitch and throws a strike to Jacob Garth. 0-1 here to Garth. That one in there for strike 2. And it's quickly 0-2 here to Garth. That one going to miss, lone away, makes it 1-2 now to Garth. That one grounded hard up the middle, right to short. The scoop, the throw, going to be in time for out number 1. So Garth grounds out to short for the first out.
Center fielder, number 14, Bennett.
Now to the 2 spot in the order, it's the center fielder, Bennett Klisch. It's the first time we've seen Klisch on the field at all here this weekend. He looks at a ball in the dirt, and again, that's Stevens Point's won 2 games this weekend, but it's definitely a loss to not have Klisch out there, and he shows you exactly why right there. A single for Klisch out into left field for the first hit for the Sixers tonight. Again, having called a lot of Stevens Point Sixer games over these last 2 years, this season and last year, I think Klisch easily, and that's is only meant as a compliment to Klisch, but easily the most consistent batter for the Sixers over these last 2 seasons. So big to have him back in the lineup for Stevens Point here in this game. Deacon Kobach, speaking of a consistent batter, up to bat. Catcher, Deacon Kobach looks at a strike. (0-1) to Kobach. He lines that one up the middle, and that'll be a single out into center for Deacon Kobach. Stevens Point off to a firing start here at the top of their lineup. Single for Klisch, single for Kobach. Now to the 4th spot in the order, it's the first baseman, Caden Adam.
Courtesy running, number 21, Braylon Smolin.
And Caden Adam was our Highlight House player of the game last night, but unfortunately had some technical difficulties with that interview last night. Had a mic die mid-interview. Will not happen again tonight. Can assure you of that. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Here, Caden Adam up to bat. And he's playing first in this one. First pitch misses high. Counts 1-0 here to Adam. And that one going to be in the dirt, going to get by, and runners will advance a base. Now 2 runners in scoring position here for the Sixers. As Caden Adam faces the 2-0 count. Klisch takes third, Kobach to second. And that one just got underneath Landon Semerau behind the plate. And that one hit well out into left field. Will it stay fair? Yes! Stays fair down the left field line, and this one will easily bring in 2 runs. It is a 2 RBI double for Caden Adam. And Stevens Point goes up 2-0 quickly here. Could not have positioned that ball any better down the left field line for Caden Adam. As 2 runs will score. And that one lined into right center. That one's going to fall. This one for Asher Jordan, the third baseman. And the Sixers absolutely on fire to start this one off. Adam advances to third, Jordan to first. That is, after the initial ground out from Garth, that is 4 straight hits for the Sixers. Klisch, Kobach, Adam, and now Jordan. Now to the 6th spot in the order, runners at the corners. It's the designated hitter, Kyle Madalena. Madalena's had a really nice weekend for Stevens Point. That one misses low to Madalena. Again, he came in the bottom of the 8th, first at bat of the game against Middleton, and got a single, wound up being the winning run for Stevens Point in that Middleton game yesterday. Looks at another ball, 2-0. And he also had a single and 2 RBIs in their other win yesterday against Oshkosh. Here's the 2-0. That one drops in for strike 1. 2-1 the count now to Madalena. Runners at the corners here. 1 down. Here is the 2-1 that's popped back out of play, foul. Evens up the count at 2-2 here to Madalena. Here goes the runner to second. That one up the middle, and no one's going to be out. Run scores. And to me, that's a single. An RBI single for Kyle Madalena brings in run number 3. Now, it went right off Damon on the mound, but that's a tough play when you get a ball rocketed at you like that. And even if that throw would have been on time to second, or if that throw would have been on target to second, it wouldn't have been on time. So an RBI single for Kyle Madalena. Adam comes home to score. Now the left fielder Peyton Fleece up to bat. That one's going to miss high and inside to Fleece, 1-0. So again, an RBI single for Kyle Madalena. He continues his hot weekend here. That one going to be in the fence. Fouled off. Evens up the count at 1-1 here to Fleece. Stevens Point wasting no time here in the first inning. That one in there for strike 2. Now the count 1-2 to Peyton Fleece. Sixers have a 5-hit streak going right now. 5 hits in a row in this inning. The 1-2, that one going to be grounded to short. They'll take the out at second. Throw to first is going to be off the mark, and that will bring in run number 4 for Stevens Point. Asher Jordan comes around to score for the Sixers.
Now batting right fielder number 42.
Madalena's out, heading to second. They get the force at second. Madalena out for out number 2. Fleece will reach, and I really don't think that throw would have been in time. So I think Fleece reaches on the fielder's choice. The error comes in where Jordan is able to get there and advances Fleece to second. Zach Richter now hits that one out into deep left, and that's going to be caught in left field for out number 3. So Richter flies out to left for the third out. But Stevens Point puts up 4 runs here in the first inning on 5 hits, 1 error, and they lead it 4-0 after 1 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more Firecracker Classic baseball here from Stevens Point after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Now batting for Beaver Dam, second baseman number 3, Jake Jolka.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the second inning here in Stevens Point, and just got it started there. A ball thrown by Opiola to, it's the 6, 7, 8 spots due up, and starting with the second baseman, Jake Jelka. 1-0 the count here to Jelka, and looks at a strike. Makes it 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go around? Called strike anyways. 1-2, the count now to Jelka. Nobody on. And leadoff batter here in the inning, Jelka. Swing and a miss. Jelka goes down swinging for out number 1. The second strikeout of the night for Josh Opiola on the mound. Now 1 down. As we move to the 7th spot in the order, it's the third baseman, Braden Strakota. Nobody on and 1 down for Strakota, and he looks at a strike. And the 0-1 pitch. That one just misses. Evens up the count at 1-1 here to Strakota. That one in there for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Strakota. Opiola looking for his 3rd strikeout here with the 2 strikes. That one's going to miss outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 here to Strakota. And that one going to be low in the dirt for ball 3. And now the count runs full here to Braden Strakota. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. And Strakota goes down swinging for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning for Opiola. He's got 3 of them on the night.
Now batting catcher number 2, Landon Semrau.
Now with 2 down and nobody on, we move to the 8th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Landon Semrau. Semrau here. Looks at a ball. That one lined into right. It'll be a base hit for Landon Semrau. Semrau with the single out there to right field. And now a runner on for Beaver Dam. We'll have a courtesy runner for Semrau. It's Leo George. Courtesy running for Semrau. And now to the 9th spot with a runner at first and 2 down. It's the right fielder, Aiden Root. That one misses upstairs to Root. 1-0. That one in there for strike 1. Evens up the count at 1-1 here to Root. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Now the count 1-2 to Aiden Root. The 1-2 pitch misses outside, and the count evens up at 2-2 now. That one going to miss outside, and another full count here. It's the 2nd of the inning. 3rd of the game. And that one misses high and away, ball 4. And Root is walked. Now we've got runners at first and second, 2 down. We move back to the top of the order for Beaver Dam It's the center fielder, Jeff Freund. That one misses. Low and away. 1-0 the count now to Freund. And Coach Opiola going to come out and have a discussion with Josh Opiola out there on the mound. And give us a chance to hear from our friends at Ag Country. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Opiola remains out there. 1-0 the count here to Freund. That one in there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1 here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's in there for strike 2. So back-to-back strikes thrown from Opiola after the meeting on the mound. Two down here, runners at first and second. And Opiola going to go back to second base, not going to be in time.
That's a good move. Very good.
Geezy was there at second. Here's the 1-2. That one grounded. That one, the diving play. Can Geezy get it there in time? Yes! What a play from Ty Geezy at second. And he was fired up after making that play, and he should be. That was an unbelievable diving grab and just getting the throw there in time to first. Goes down as a ground out for Jeff Freund, the spectacular play by Tyler Geezy. And that's going to do it for the top half of the second inning. No run score on 1 hit, 1 walk. Stevens Point leads it 4-0 after 1.5. We'll step aside, be back with more Firecracker Classic baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the second inning, Stevens Point leads Beaver Dam 4-0. Get your customized uniforms, team shirts, school apparel, and so much more from Maida Custom in Stevens Point. Sports-specific gear, screen printing, plaques, trophies, and custom gift items are all available at Maida Custom. For Stevens Point, leading off, it's the man who ended the last inning. Tyler Geezy looks at a strike. Geezy out of the 9 spot and playing second base. 0-1 the count to Geezy. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That's a ball. 1-1 the count now to Geezy. It's the 1-1 pitch. That one popped up out into right field. underneath it. It's caught for out number 1 by Aiden Root. So Geezy flies out to right for out number 1.
Now batting shortstop, number 19, Jacob.
And now we're back to the top of the order for the Sixers. Nobody on, 1 out. It's the shortstop, Jacob Garth. Again, starting on the mound for Beaver Dam is Boston Damon. Garth looks at one in the dirt on the first pitch, 1-0. 1-0 the count here to Garth. That one lined up the middle, and it's a base hit for Jacob Garth. Gets out into center field, and it's a single for Garth. Now with a runner at first and 1 down, we're on to the 2 spot in the order. It's the center fielder, Bennett Klisch. Klisch is 1 for 1. He had a single back in the first inning. It was the first hit of many in the first for Stevens Point. Throw back to first, not going to be in time from Damon. First pitch to Klisch, and Klisch grounds it hard and gets by and into left field. That one took a tough hop. Give that a single for Bennett Klisch. As Garth advances to second base. Another base hit for Klisch. Now we move to the 3 spot in the order. It's the catcher, Deacon Kobach. Kobach's 1 for 1. He had a single in the first. Again, you're going to hear a lot of guys 1 for 1 coming up for Stevens Point. They had 5 straight hits in the first inning. They put up those 4 runs. Runners at first and second and 1 out. That one just misses. 1-0 the count here to Deacon Kobach. That one popped up out of play, foul. Evens up the count at 1-1 here to Kobach. That one got Kobach in the back. So Kobach hit by the pitch right in the lower back. That one got Kobach, and it loads the bases here in the second. Stevens Point with another prime opportunity to put up some runs. Bases loaded, 1 down. We're on to the 4th spot in the order. It's the first baseman, Caden Adam. He had a 2 RBI double in the first inning. That one misses low in the dirt. Makes it 1-0 here to Adam. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1-1 now.
We'll do the same thing to you. Keep on throwing change-ups.
And that one in the dirt, low. Makes the count 2-1 here to Adam. Again, bases loaded here. The 2-1 drops in for strike 2 as the count evens up to 2-2 to Adam. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Adam goes down swinging for out number 2. First strikeout of the night for Boston Damon on the mound. Now 2 down, bases loaded to the 5 spot in the order. It's the third baseman, Asher Jordan. It's 1 for 1 with a single in the first. Looks at a ball there. And a big cut, swing and a miss from Jordan, evens up the count at 1-1 here. And that one got Jordan right in the back or side. And the second batter hit by a pitch here in the inning. That is going to walk in a run. Stevens Point now goes up 5-0 as Jacob Garth comes home to score on the walk hit by a pitch. All runners advance. Jordan to first. Now to the 6th spot in the order. It's the designated hitter, Kyle Madalena. Madalena's 1 for 1. He had an RBI single in the first inning. Madalena grounds that one into the gap, into left field. This brings home 1 run. Here comes another, and it's going to be close. They got him. They get Kobach at home, but it does bring in 1 run on the RBI single from Kyle Madalena. It brings home Bennett Klisch for run number 6. Then Kobach's out, coming home for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the bottom half of the second inning. The Sixers put up 2 more runs on 3 hits, a couple of walks, and it's 6-0 Stevens Point after 2 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more American Legion baseball on Zaleski Sports after this.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the third inning. Stevens Point leads Beaver Dam 6-0 here in this one, and that one way inside. As the batters here will be the 2, 3, 4 spots, Boston Damon, Kyler Keel, and Caleb Schmuel. Damon looked at that ball. That one's going to be a strike. 1-1 the count now to Boston Damon, the pitcher. He's 1 for 1. He had a single in the first inning. That one going to miss, low and away. Makes it 2-1 here to Boston Damon. Two-one pitch. In there for a strike. Evens up the count at 2-2 now to Damon. That one going to be fouled back. Count remains 2-2 as Damon stays alive.
Behind you, Blue.
A 2-2. That one lined into center, and it will fall. It's a leadoff single for Boston Damon. So Damon gets on at first as we move to the 3 spot in the order. It's the shortstop, Kyler Keel. Keel's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. And that one lined into right. That one's going to fall. Another hit for Beaver Dam here in the third. Damon's going to go all the way to third base, and he's there safely. Kyler Keel with the first pitch single. Back-to-back hits for Beaver Dam. Now we've got runners at the corners here. With no outs to the 4th spot in the order, it's the first baseman, Caleb Schmuel. Schmuel looks at a strike. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to first, his first at bat. Throw back to first, not going to be in time as Keel is back safely. Back to first again, not in time. Keel dives back safely again. Back to first again. Opiola really wary of Keel. And that one fouled back into the fence. Makes the count 0-2 here to Keel. Back to first, not going to be in time. And a swing and a miss. Keel goes down swinging for out number 1. Runners at the corners, now 1 down. That's going to be the 4th strikeout of the night for Josh Opiola. Now runners at the corners, 1 down. We move to the 5 spot in the order. It's the left fielder, Jarek Westover. That one in there for a strike, 0-1. Throw back to first, not going to be in time. Keel's back safely. And Opiola really focusing in on Keel over there. Here's the 0-1. That one fouled back. And it's 0-2 to Westover. Throw back to first again. Keel back again. That's the 5th time. Opiola has checked Keel there at first. And that one going to miss high and outside. Make it 1-2 now to Westover. Throw back to first, not in time. Keel really getting dirty here, having to dive back and slide back over and over there at first, and again they're going to go to Keel at first. Well, that's 7 times they have thrown to Keel. He very well may be stealing, but what a crazy leadoff. That's going to be popped up into left field territory, foul territory. It's caught. Runner coming home, and he will score. Kobach couldn't quite find the ball. They're going to throw to second. Can they get Keel here? Yes! Double play to end the inning as Westover flies out to left. They get the double at second. So finally they do get Keel. A little bit of an unorthodox way, but they get Keel in the base paths. And it's a double play to end the inning. So no run score on 2 hits. And Stevens Point remains in the lead 6-0 after 2.5. We'll step aside be back with more Firecracker Classic baseball here from Buchholz Park in Stevens Point after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the third inning. Stevens Point with a 6-0 lead over Beaver Dam. Did just get an explanation why Klisch hasn't been in the lineup for the Sixers. Been in the All-Star game in Oshkosh, and that checks out. That makes sense for Bennett Klisch, a Spash Panther as well. Been at the All-Star game, but able to make it back here tonight for the Sixers, and he's made his impact felt. He's 2 for 2 already in this one, and also learned that Bennett Klisch will be attending University of Minnesota Duluth to play college baseball here in the fall. And leading off here, and wow, that one way over the head at first. Peyton Fleece is up to bat. He'll reach on the air. That one is way high.
Now batting, right fielder number 42, Zach Richter.
So Peyton Fleece will reach first on the E6. As we move to the 8th spot in the order, it's the right fielder, Zach Richter. Runner at first, no outs. Richter's 0 for 1. He flew out to left his first at bat. That one going to be in there for a strike to Richter. A throw back to first, not going to be in time as Fleece back there standing. 0-1 to Richter, and the throw to first again. Fleece going to be back in time. The 0-1, that's popped up. It's going to be out of play, and I think in the bleachers here, and it will fall foul in the bleachers. Makes the count 0-2 now to Zach Richter. Now Nat Richter is the head coach of the Stevens Point, or the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point baseball team. It's a familiar last name here in the Stevens Point area. That one grounded to short, throw to first. Going to be in time for out number 1. And much to the chagrin of the Sixer fans here, called out at first base. It does advance Fleece to second on the ground out from Richter. But again, talking about Nat Richter there at Stevens Point, he led that Stevens Point Pointer team to the World Series this past season. That Stevens Point baseball program at University of Stevens Point has totally turned around once Coach Richter has taken over there. They were kind of bumbling around 500 for a few years there, and Richter took over, and in 2 years, they had a great run his first year. I believe they shared the conference title with Whitewater, if I remember correctly. But in his second year, takes them to the World Series. Counts 1-2 here. Tyler Giese up to bat. So again, that UW Stevens Point baseball program has been just fantastic these last couple of seasons since Richter took over. That's popped up out in right field. It's going to be caught for out number 2. So Tyler Giese flies out to right. Now 2 down, runner at second. We're back to the top of the order. It's the shortstop, Jacob Garth. A fun fact about Coach Nat Richter, about myself, I guess. Back when I worked for the Pointer campus newspaper there at UW Stevens Point, going to school there, had the pleasure of interviewing Richter shortly after he was hired. for that baseball program. Jacob Garth is 1 for 2 here in this one. Grounded out to short, had a single in the second inning. Again, that's the one interaction I've had with Coach Richter. Interviewed him after a couple of pointer wins that year as well. Always a good interview. That's Coach Richter there for the UW Stevens Point baseball program. That one going to miss outside. Now the count 3-0 to Jacob Garth. And he's 1 for 2, and he looks at another ball. Ball 4.
Good run.
Felice does wind up taking third on the steal.
Now batting, center fielder number 14.
And he can't steal there because he stole on the kind of wild pitch. He was gone before that. So now runners at the corners here, 2 down, and we're back to the high school all-star this year, Bennett Klisch. Center fielder. And Klisch lines it into left. Another hit for Bennett Klisch. It's an RBI single for Klisch. Brings in run number 7 for the Sixers. As Peyton Felice comes around to score.
Deacon Kovac.
And the all-star, Bennett Klisch, with his third hit in 3 at-bats. Got 3 singles and now an RBI. Runners at the corners here, 2 down. Klisch going to steal second. No throw will be made. And now up to bat out of the 3 spot is the catcher, Deacon Kovac. Kovac watched the ball go by. 1-0. That one going to be hit deep out into center field, but under it, it's going to be caught for out number 3 by Jeff Freund out there in center field. So Kovac flies out to center for out number 3, and that will do it for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. But Stevens Point puts up 1 run on 1 hit and 1 walk. It's 7-0 Sixers after 3 complete. We'll step aside, be back with more Firecracker Classic baseball here from Stevens Point after this on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
For years, our Stone Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Stone Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 4th inning. 7-0 Stevens Point.
Leading off for Beaver Dam, number 3, Jake Jolka.
Community Insurance. Now get your customized uniforms, team shirts, school apparel, and so much more from Made Custom in Stevens Point. Sports-specific gear, screen printing, plaques, trophies, and custom gift items are all available at Made Custom. 7-0 Stevens Point over Beaver Dam here. And for Beaver Dam, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up. The second baseman, Jake Jolka, to lead things off. He looks at a ball on pitch number 1. That one in there for a strike. 1-1, the count now to Jolka. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the second. And that one going to miss. 2-1, the count now. That was a strike. That one misses, so it evens up the count at 2-2 here. And that one called strike 3. Jelka goes down looking for out number 1. And it's strikeout number 5 on the night for Josh Opiola on the mound. As we move to the 7th spot in the order, it's the third baseman, Braden Strakota. Strakota's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the second. Looks at a ball way inside that time. 1-0. That one lined into right field, and it gets through. It'll be a single for Braden Strakota. It's that one out into right field. And now we move to the 8th spot in the order. It's the catcher, Landon Semrau. Semrau's 1 for 1. He had a single in the second inning. Here it is to Semrau. Looks at a ball. It's 1-0. There's the 1-0 pitch. That one lined foul out of play. Down the first base line. Count evens up at 1-1 here to Semrau. That one hit hard to short and a tough bounce. And that went off the chest of Garth there. That's a tough one. Again, that did get him in the chest. It took a tough bounce. I'll give it an error. Again, my book is not the official book regardless, so what I write down really doesn't have an effect on anything except for my own, and of course, the viewers out there, you guys' pleasure here keeping track of that stuff, but I'll mark it down as an error for now. We'll see what they wind up putting it down as. So I could probably check on Game Changers, but move to the 9th spot in the order. It's the right fielder, Aiden Root, with runners at first and second and 1 down. One and 0. That one missed to Root. He was walked his first at bat. That one going to be fouled off out of play as the count evens up at 1-1. One and 1 the count to Aiden Root. And gets the bunt down, but fouls it off. Makes the count 1-2 now to Root. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one going to be grounded up the middle to second. They'll get the out at second. Throw to first is in time. That's a double play to end the inning. It'll be a 4-6-3 double play, and that's going to do it for the top half of the 4th inning. No run score on 1 hit, 1 error, and it's 7-0 Stevens Point after 3.5. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1,
2, 3.
But sometimes, it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 7-1, Stevens Point with the lead. One of the guys up here in the press box helping me out with that. I just missed one of the runs for Beaver Dam. I remember it being scored. It happened on that sacrifice fly double play, that kind of weird play that ended the third inning. Didn't mark it down, but 7-1 is your score. Stevens Point over Beaver Dam, and it will be Stevens Point up to bat here in the fourth. They've scored a run, at least one run in each inning so far. Have the 4, 5, 6 spots to do it here. Heartland Custom Homes is Central Wisconsin's premier home builder. For 50 years, Heartland Custom Homes in Plover has kept their mission of building better living for you and your family. Come to Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka for a wonderful dining experience with a full menu of delicious options. Perfect for date nights, family night out, or your next get-together. Come to Par 4 Bistro on Highway 54 in Wapaka. And nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock, this fifth-generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more at heartland.farm. That is heartland.farm. 7-1, Stevens Point leading off out of the fourth spot. It's the first baseman, Caden Adam, here for the Sixers. And swing and a miss on pitch number 1. Adams 1 for 2. He had a 2 RBI double in the first and then struck out swinging in the second. Looks at a ball there, evens up the count at 1-1 here to Adam. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Gonna miss low. Makes it 2-1 to Adam. The 2-1 pitch misses high. Now the count 3-1 to Adam. And that one called strike 2. So now the count runs full to Caden Adam. And that one hit well into center field. Underneath it, it will be caught for out number 1 by the center fielder, Jeff Freund.
Now batting number 5, Asher Jordan.
So now 1 down with nobody on. We move to the 5 spot in the order. It's the third baseman, Asher Jordan. He's 1 for 1 in 2 trips to the plate. Looks at a strike there. He had a single in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second. That one misses inside, evens up the count at 1-1 here to Jordan. That one gonna miss outside. 2-1 the count now to Jordan. And that one hit well out into right. It will fall. It's a base hit to get things started here for the Sixers in the fourth. Asher Jordan with the single. Now with a runner at first and 1 down, we move to the 6th spot in the order. It's the designated hitter, Kyle Madalena. Madalena is 2 for 2 in this one. 2 singles, 2 RBIs. And that one misses inside for a ball. 1-0 the count now to Madalena. Throw back to first, not going to be in time. Count remains 1-0 here to Madalena. That's popped up. Deep center field, and it's caught for out number 2. So Madalena flies out to center again to Jeff Freund. Now runner at first and 2 down. We move to the 7th spot in the order. The left fielder, Peyton Fleece. He's had 2 trips to the plate, reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error in those 2 trips. That one in the dirt, good block by Landon Semrau. It's now 1-0 here to Fleece. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gonna miss upstairs. Now the count 2-0 to Fleece. And that one going to miss low and away, makes it 3-0.
Nice scoop there, Ted.
That one in there. Strike 1. Now it's 3-1 here to Fleece. That one popped up into center. Might be, nope, going to be shallow enough where it's caught by the shortstop. Kyler Keel makes the catch. That's going to be out number 3 as Fleece flies out to short. That'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. No run score on 1 hit, and your score remains 7-1, Stevens Point after 4 complete. We'll step aside, be back with more Firecracker Classic Baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 5th inning. 7-1 Stevens Point. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Leading off, it's the top of the order for Beaver Dam. That one grounded up the middle to second. That's Jeff Freund. Throw to first, in time, out number 1. So Freund grounds out to second. One down as we move to the 2 spot in the order now. It's the pitcher, Boston Damon. Damon's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Here, nobody on and 1 down for Damon. Looks at a strike. It's been Josh Opiola out there on the mound all night for Stevens Point. Giving up just 1 run. That one grounded up the middle. Opiola is going to make the play on the mound. Throw to first in time for out number 2. So Damon grounds out to the mound. Now 2 down as we move to the 3 spot in the order. The shortstop, Kyler Keel. Keel's 1 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first and had a single in the third. That one in there for a strike to Kyler Keel. I think we hear some fireworks popping off somewhere in the distance, or maybe really close. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss there. Of course, it is weekend before 4th of July, so you can always expect some of that kind of stuff going on. Actually, I made a stop at the Metro Market right here in Stevens Point in between games today, and there was a big fireworks sale going on there at the Metro Market in Stevens Point today. Counts 1-2 here to Kyler Keel. And also off topic, that is a really fantastic grocery store, Metro Market in Stevens Point. That's called strike 3. Kyler Keel goes down looking for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down inning. That's strikeout number 6 on the night for Josh Opiola. 7-1, Stevens Point after 4.5. We'll step aside to be back with more Firecracker Classic Baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 5th inning, Stevens Point leads Beaver Dam 7-1 here in this one. Polito's Pizza in downtown Stevens Point is the home of the Big Slice. Stop in for lunch or dinner or order for the whole family. Serving up dozens of options of specialty pizzas, let Polito's Pizza take care of dinner tonight. And sign up for Fleet Rewards and get great deals sent straight to you. Plus, you'll earn points on every purchase made in-store or online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. It'll be the 8-9-1 spots, as looks like we have Eli Korslund in to bat for Zach Richter. It'll be Korslund's first at-bat of the game. So he comes in for Richter out of the 8th spot. So it'll be Korslund, Giese, and Garth, as Korslund swings and misses on the first pitch. 0-1 here to Korslund. Swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2 here to Korslund. Here's the 0-2. That one in there. Called strike 3. Korslund going to take off for first. The throw. Oh, nice throw. But his foot was not on the bag. It was a tough throw from home. Shmuel at first. Just couldn't keep that foot on the bag. Korslund will reach on the air. To the 9th spot in the order, it's the second baseman, Tyler Giese, with a runner at first and no outs. 2-0 the count here to Giese. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to right in each of his first 2 at-bats. The 2-0 going to be fouled off and out of play. Makes the count 2-1 here to Giese.
Nice try, Jim.
Now the count 2-1. Here to Giese. That one hit hard out into deep center field. Underneath it, it's caught for out number 1 by Jeff Freund out there in center. So Giese flies out to center field. The sun is completely down here in Stevens Point. The lights are on, the bugs are out. And Jacob Garth dangerously, nope.
Now batting number 25,
Adam Schleiss dangerously tossed that bat. So it's going to be Adam Schleiss in for Jacob Garth at the top of the order for Stevens Point. So it'll be Schleiss's first at bat. Got a runner at first and one down here in the bottom of the fifth. That one in the dirt. 1-0 the count to Schleiss. That one going to miss upstairs, makes it 2-0 to Schleiss. Check swing. In there for a strike, throw back to first, not going to be in time. Makes the count 2-1 here to Adam Schleiss. And the 2-1. In there again for a strike. Evens up the count at 2-2 now to Schleiss. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Going to be grounded, a slow roller to third. It's going to be close here, and Schleiss is going to be safe. And Schleiss, that's going to be a hit for Schleiss as Kortland's going to reach third on the off throw. So that's an infield hit for Adam Schleiss. He holds up at first. And Kortland reaches third. Runners at the corners, one down, and now up to bat, the center fielder, Bennett Klisch. He is 3 for 3 in this one with 3 singles and an RBI. That one misses outside for a ball. 1-0 now to Klisch. Pitch. That one hit deep out into left center field, and it will be all the way to the wall for Klisch. It'll score 1 run, an RBI double for Bennett Klisch. And man, for just a second there, you thought that one had a chance at going the distance, but it was a deeply hit ball, just hit grass before the wall. And it's an RBI double for Bennett Klisch. It brings home Kortland. 8-1, Point with the lead. Swing and a miss there from Deacon Kobach. Adam Schleiss heads to third. Klisch holds up at second on the double. Klisch is 4 for 4 in this game. I mean, that is ridiculous. Deacon Kobach now up to bat, 0-1, and Kobach gets hit in the back for the second time tonight. That is the second time in the game that Kobach has taken one right in the back.
Now batting number 4, Caden Adams.
And now the bases are loaded with 1 out here. To the 4th spot in the order, it's the first baseman, Caden Adams. Now, it's worth pointing out, not that this is going to happen, but it's worth pointing out that if Stevens Point puts up 3 runs in this inning, that would end the game. We got a courtesy runner coming in for Kobach. And see a number there. Braylon Smola comes in to run. That one a ball to Caden Adams. That one in there for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1 now to Adam. Swing and a miss. Makes the count 1-2 to Adam. And that one line right to short. It'll be caught for out number 2. Or right to second, rather. So Adam lines out. 2 down, bases loaded. We're on to the 5 spot in the order. It's the third baseman, Asher Jordan. Or no, Mason Furcus going to come into bat for Jordan. So it's Mason Furcus in for Asher Jordan at the 5 spot. Asher Jordan finishing 2 for 2 on the night. 2 down, bases loaded here for Mason Furcus. That one in there for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Furcus. That one misses upstairs, evens up the count at 1-1 now to Furcus. That one going to be grounded up the middle, right to the mound. Here's the throw to first. It's in time for out number 3. So Furcus grounds out to the mound, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the 5th inning. But Stevens Point puts up one more run on 2 hits, an error, a walk, and it's 8-1 Stevens Point after 5 complete. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
To me, the perfect run is when things start to get tough and I'm trying to keep my pace going, and I hit this moment where I just quit thinking about what I'm doing. I've heard surgeons mention that as well, that during their best surgeries, you're kind of in just a pure flow. You know, my goal with patients is to try to help them get back to doing what they want to be doing.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 6th inning, 8-1. Stevens Point with the lead. Nicolet Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or you can learn more at nicoletbank.com. And also, thanks to our game day sponsors, U.S. Bank of Stevens Point, Pizza Ranch Plover, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Arbuckles, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Leading off for Beaver Dam is Caleb Schmuel out of the 4th spot here in the 6th. Schmuel's 0 for 2. That one going to miss low and away. 2-0 the count now to Schmuel. And he flew out in the 1st inning and struck out swinging in the 3rd. Here's the 2-0. That one going to miss outside. Makes it 3-0 to Caleb Schmuel. That one in there for strike 1. 3-1 the count now to Schmuel. And that one in there for a strike, and now the count runs full to Schmuel. The 3-2 grounded foul. Count remains full. Here's a 3-2. One going to be grounded over to first and bobbled at first. He'll be safe. Caleb Schmuel will reach on the E3.
Now batting number 7, Jarek Westover.
Schmuel holds up at first. Now to the 5 spot in the order. It's the left fielder, Jarek Westover, with nobody out and runner at first. Popped up. It's going to be deep left center. We'll see who calls it. Fleece out there in center field, or Klisch out there in center field makes the catch. Getting used to Fleece starting out there in center, but Klisch out there starting. Center field in this one. That's going to be caught by Klisch for out number 1. Now to the 6th spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Jake Jelka. Runner at first, 1 down. Jelka's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the second, struck out looking in the 4th. That one's going to be grounded slowly over to short. They're going to go for the out at second, and they don't have it. That was, I think Garth might have been better off going to first there. Obviously, that's hindsight, but that either way is going to be an E6.
Now batting number 4.
And call it what you want. Jelka reaching on the air, or the fielder's choice. An error nonetheless. Now runners at first and second, 1 down. Moving on to the 7th spot in the order, the third baseman, Braden Strakota. That one just misses to Strakota. Strakota, that one grounded hard to second. Bobbled at second. Throw to first. Going to be in time for out number 2. So they get the out, but seems point a little bit more lackadaisical this inning. Couple of fielding issues here this inning. That time, Giese, though, is able to recover after the bobble and still get the out at first base. Runners advance to second and third, though, so 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. To the 8th spot in the order, it's the center fielder, Landon Semrau. Semrau's 1 for 1 at 2 trips to the plate, a single and a reach on an error. Swings and misses there, and he fouled it off. Shoulder pad of Kobach. Oh, and 1 the count. Here to Landon Semrau. Semrau looks at another strike. 0-2 the count now. That'll be a strikeout. Or no. Semrau still 0-2. That one going to miss low. 1-2 the count now to Semrau. We hear another firework go off. One, two. That one hit well out in the center field. It will bring in a run. And will it be one more? Yes, it will. A 2 RBI single from Landon Semrau. brings home 2 for Beaver Dam, and it's 8-3.
Now batting number 10, Eden Root.
Jolka scores, Shmuel scores. Semrau holds up at first, now with a runner at first and 2 down. We move to the 9 spot, the right fielder Aiden Root up to bat. Root looks at one inside, 1-0. Again, a 7-run lead for Stevens Point as well. Have a quick meeting on the mound, but don't want to bring up bad memories for Stevens Point Sixer fans, but I was remembering back to last year's Firecracker Classic, and obviously Stevens Point up a good deal here. They're up by 7 coming into this inning, and it was a game against Middleton. Had to go look it up, but top of the 7th, Stevens Point was up 11-5 in that game against Middleton. And Middleton wound up putting up 10 runs in that inning. I only bring that up because I'll always like to bring up in the sport of baseball that anything is possible no matter what the deficit is. It could be 7 runs, could be 5 runs we have now, could be 8, 9. In the sport of baseball, especially high school, you really never know what can happen in any given game. I mean, I could bring up another example of school ball from this year, Columbus Catholic baseball on the road at Owen Withee as Root looks at another strike. They were up 11 runs going into the 6th inning, and they gave up 10, a lot of them on walks in that inning, where they almost lost that game. They wound up closing it out and winning it, but again, just another example. Sport of baseball, you know, when you're in a sport without a clock, and a sport like baseball, you have to get to 3 outs to end an inning. Anything can happen, regardless of what the deficit is. Aiden Root, the 1-1 count. He lines that one. That is hit well into right field. Will it fall fair? No, just barely foul. But again, I didn't mean to go back in memory lane and bring up a painful memory for Stevens Point fans. That was a comeback win for Middleton in that game. I might have actually went there and remembered that when Stevens Point played Middleton yesterday. Came to the mind. We were here live last year as well. I should say I was here live last year as well. 1-2 the count. Here to Aiden Root. That one's going to miss outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 to Root. Count remains 2-2 as Root takes a step back.
Use your D, buddy. Use your D.
Takes time. Two-two pitch, going to be grounded hard over to second. The scoop, the bobble, throw to first. Will be in time again. Another close one there at second for Geezy, but he makes the play and gets out number 3. So Beaver Dam scores 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. 1 runner left stranded. It is 8-3 Stevens Point after 5.5. We'll step aside, be back with more Firecracker Classic baseball here from Buchholz Park in Stevens Point after this on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 6th inning. Running can be hard on your body, whether you're training for marathons, competitive runs, or just for daily exercise. Turn to Roberts Physical Therapy to get moving, keep moving, and enjoy life on the run. Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. Also, the Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And Felt's Dairy is located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meat, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy is open Monday through Saturday and 24/7 on Facebook. For Stevens Point, it's Kyle Madalena up to bat, and Madalena with a leadoff single out into left field. The Sixers looking to extend this 5-run lead.
Now batting number 3, Peyton Fleece.
Kyle Madalena. And he has really just had it going all weekend. If you had to pick an MVP of the weekend for Stevens Point so far, it probably is Madalena. He's 3 for 4 on the game with 3 singles and 2 RBIs. And now up to bat, the left fielder Peyton Fleece. Runner at first, no outs. Fleece is 0 for 1 and 3 trips to the plate. There goes Madalena, and he's safe at second. So Madalena steals second base. Counts 1-0 here to Peyton Fleece with a runner at second and no outs. Check swing, that one in the dirt, wild pitch, and can't find the ball against Semrau. It gets by him. And Madalena now advances all the way to third on the wild pitch. Counts 2-0 here to Peyton Fleece. Oh, and also on the mound is Kyler Keel for Beaver Dam. That was not announced to us. And it's Kyler Keel on the mound, no longer Boston Damon. Here's the 2-1. That's popped back, out of play, foul. Look out here in the stands. And it's now 2-1 to Fleece on that foul. That one in there, called strike number 2. Oh no, we got number 3, all right. Strike 3, Fleece goes down looking for out number 1. Am I count wrong? Now 1 down and a runner at third. We move to the 8th spot in the order, the right fielder, Zach Richter. He's back in the lineup after Korsland came in to hit for him in the 5th. Richter lines that one into left. It'll bring in another run for the Sixers, an RBI single for Zach Richter.
Now batting number 0.
Madalena comes home to score. So Richter now at first on the RBI single to the 9th spot in the order. It's the second baseman, Tyler Giese. Giese's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, 2 to right field, 1 to center. That one misses high to Giese. It's 1-0. .1-0 pitch, that one in the dirt, make it 2-0 to Ty Giese. There's the 2-0 pitch, in there for strike 1. Here's the 2-1, going to miss outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 now to Giese. And that one called strike 3. Or no, strike 2. I'm messing up on my counts here. Must be looking down too quick. The count now runs full. That's called strike 2. So it was 3-1 for that one. Now the 3-2 is going to be popped back foul, and the count remains 3-2 here to Giese. Full count here to Ty Giese. first, 1 down. That's going to miss upstairs, ball 4. So Giese is walked. Richter advances to second. Now with the runners at first and second base and 1 down, we're back to the top of the order. It's Jacob Garth, the shortstop, back in there. Garth's back in after Schleiss came in and hit a single to pinch hit. That's in there for a strike to Jacob Garth. Owen won the count. That one misses upstairs as the count evens up at 1-1 now to Garth. And that one in there for a strike, make it 1-2. That's going to be popped up out there into center field, and it's caught for out number 2. So Garth flies out to center. 2 down now with runners at first and second base. We move to the 2 spot in the order. It's the center fielder, Bennett Klisch. Klisch is 4 for 4 in this one. He's got 3 singles, a double, and an RBI. That one in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count now to Klisch. Here's the 1-0. That one in there for a strike, makes it 1-1 now to Klisch. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, going to be in there for a strike. 1-2 the count now. And a swing and a miss. Klisch goes down swinging for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the bottom half of the 6th inning. But Stevens Point puts up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 walk, and it's 9-3 after 6 complete innings. We'll take a break. Stevens Point will have a chance to close it out. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back, everybody. Braylon Smola coming in to close things out for the Sixers on the mound. Maher Water Corporation is a family-run business that has been treating water for 72 years. They offer servicing your current water system, new systems for rent and for purchase, and so much more, leaving you and your family left with clean water. Learn more at maherwater.com. And Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. And Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. And turn your house into a home and shop home furniture. Find many top brands of beds, sectionals, recliners, sofas, and so much more, all at a family-owned discount furniture store. Shop home furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. That one going to be lined into left. That is a leadoff single for Jeff Freund, the center fielder. And if you're Beaver Dam, you can't start off any better than that. And they've got a lot of work to do here in the 7th. They need 6 runs to keep it going. Now up to bat with a runner at first. The starting pitcher, Boston Damon. And he's 2 for 3 in this one. 2 singles and a ground out. Looks at a ball there. The 1-0. That lined right to third. Caught by Jordan. Throw back to first. Not going to be in time. Good grab by Jordan there, and that's going to be out number 1 as Damon lines out. Now to the 3 spot. It'll be the shortstop, or now the pitcher, Kyler Keel. He's 1 for 3. He's got a single and 2 strikeouts. The fireworks going off here on a Saturday night. That one's in the dirt. 1-0 the count here to Keel. That one misses upstairs. 2-0. Find your new career with Farner Asphalt. Now hiring for laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators with year-round benefits. Must be 18 to apply. Learn more and apply today at farnerasphalt.com. That one line into left. It's caught. Out number 2. Throw back to first. Out number 3. A double play to end it for the Sixers. Peyton Fleece makes the catch in left. Throws to first. And Caden Adam tags him out for out number 3. A double play to end this one. The Stevens Point Sixers get the win 9-3 over Beaver Dam in 6.5 innings of play. Coming up next is your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds. Nasonville Dairy, Marshfield, Curtis are at NasonvilleDairy.com. And be sure to stay tuned for that post-game show because we're going to have live interviews for you. We'll be talking with head coach of the Sixers, Bobby Opiola, and a Highlight House player of the game as well. So stay tuned. Live interviews coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
This looks about right here. Why don't you guys stand over on this side of me, though? Make sure you guys are in the camera view. Okay, and I'll be standing over there, too. All right, let's scoot over a little bit. Just want to make sure we're in the shot. All right, welcome back, everybody, to your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Joined now again by Coach Opiola. And, Coach, you guys started off pretty hot at the plate here in tonight's game. Probably the best hitting game you guys have had, at least start off for sure, throughout this weekend. Talk about just, I guess, that first, how you guys were able to start off that hot at the plate.
Sure. Well, we have some guys that don't play high school baseball, so they're thousands of swings behind, and now they're catching up, and we're hitting the ball.
Yeah, and then now 3-0 here to start the season. Throughout this tournament, you'll have Wausau tomorrow. Talk about again what you've thought about your guys' team throughout this, your guys' performance throughout this weekend, throughout this tournament here at home. And your guys' hosting this tournament.
Yeah, so pitchers were very effective. Josh pitched pretty good today, so keeps the defense on their toes, ready to field the ball. We had some bad bounces out there today. This field's very dry. That makes it hard in the infield, but they're fighting through it. And we're hitting the ball, and it's fun.
And then you'll be playing a pretty good Wausau team tomorrow. Talk a little bit about maybe your initial thoughts heading into that matchup with the Wausau tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we've played Wausau once this year, played a very close game. So we have a lot of experience playing with them, and I don't know. We'll just see. We got a couple pitchers left, and hopefully they can throw strikes. We work ahead, and we keep hitting the ball.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, now we're joined by our two High House players of the game, Bennett Klisch and Caden Adamon. Bennett, just first game back, I was told you were over at an all-star game here. They didn't know if you were going to be able to make it back to this one. Start off this one with 4 hits, I guess. Talk about what you were seeing out there at the plate.
Yeah, they're just giving me pitches to hit, and I just hit them. A lot of fastballs to hit, and I just took my swing, took my approach, hit it where it was pitched, and I just got some good hits today.
Yeah, and then as a team, you guys obviously hit extremely well. Talk about, how you guys as a team were able to light it up in that first inning. Caden I'll talk to him in a second, had a 2 RBI double there as well. You had Asher had a hit. I know I'm forgetting Deacon had a hit. All you guys were at the top of that order were getting hits there. Talk about how you guys were able to come out and start that hot.
Yeah, we were being patient with the pitcher. He had some off speed, wasn't really getting over, so we were taking that and we're just getting our pitch, fastball. He threw it there and we just hit it.
All right, then we'll grab Caden here quick. Stick around though, Bennett. We'll get you guys in the house in a second. Caden, grabbing you again here tonight. You had the 2 RBI double, and I realized last night I didn't get sound on your interview there, so I had to grab you again here tonight. You had the 2 RBI double. Let's talk about that first. What did you see on that pitch? You brought in the first couple of runs there for you guys.
Well, threw me 2 balls. I was like, got throw me a fastball, so I waited on a fastball, jumped on it, left field gap. It was kind of nice. Drove in a couple runs, put us up early.
Yeah, and then you guys have now won 4 games in a row. Talk a little bit about, the way you guys have been playing. Obviously 3 of them in this tournament, but the way you guys have been playing these last few games.
Oh, yeah, we've been playing really nice. Pitchers throwing strikes, being patient at the plate, hitting the gaps, hitting really nice, getting the bats going.
All right, so the last thing to do is get you guys in the house. So how we'll do it with 2 guys is one of you guys to go first. You can go first, Caden. I don't want you guys to stay out of camera track, so let's stay right here. You'll be good. All right, so one of you guys will say your first and last name, then you can let the other guys say their, and let's do this. You say, hi, my name is Caden Adams. I'm Bennett Klisch. And then you both say, and we're in the house.
Yeah, okay.
Is that straightforward enough?
Sure,
Is that
got
good?
it.
Okay.
And we're in the house.
Yep. All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Caden Adam.
And I'm Bennett Klisch.
And we are in the house.
Perfect. Could have explained it better if you guys did it right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
All right, those were our Highlight House players of the game, Caden Adam and Bennett Klisch. Thanks to Coach Opiola as well as Bennett Klisch and Caden Adam for joining us here tonight. Stevens Point gets the win in this one, 9-3 over and the win in this one over Beaver Dam. 9-3 in this one. Stevens Point now 3-0 in tournament play. They're on a 4-game win streak here this season. And that's going to bring us to the end of our broadcast here tonight on Zaleski Sports. As 9-3 win for Stevens Point. We had games all day for you here, Firecracker Classic, and be sure to stay tuned tomorrow as we've got all 3 games tomorrow. Forgetting the first 2 games, but I know the 4 p.m. game, we've got Stevens Point and Wausau in that one. We'll have, obviously, the 4 other teams, Heartland, Beaver Dam, Oshkosh, and Middleton. Those teams playing each other the first 2 games. We'll have all 3 of those games live for you. I'll be here calling the games, talking to coaches. So with that, that's going to bring us to the end of our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, NasonvilleDairy.com. So with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us here. My name is Caleb Jacoby from everybody at Zaleski Sports. I want to thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. See you tomorrow, actually, on Zaleski Sports.